So, guys, what's up?
Just sawing it up.
How does it feel to be put in the hot seat, Sarah? What's up? What's up with you?
Honestly, not all that much. It feels fun. I mean, Neve is coming today, so
sure.
We gotta. There is this possibility of me being interrupted mid-podcast by girlfriend arrival. I will come back and finish the fight Halo 3, but I may have to, pause. Take a minute from recording to go say hello to my girlfriend and welcome her to my house.
We've
totally
come
fair.
so far. We've come so far in Sawptember, Sarah. I can't believe you're ducking out at the last second with this incredible film. I just am. Listen, y'all, I can't fucking believe the movie that we watched last night. I know we can't talk about it yet, but I just sat through class for 4 hours, got up at 7 a.m., got ready, was in there from 10 to 2, and I went out and I got a cold brew, and my body pops up just rejuvenated as if coming out of a haunted house coffin to fucking talk about the Saw franchise. Just God. instantly back on my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the power of Saw, baby. So the power of Saw is that in the past I have gone through movies that we have done without taking where I fall off my notes in the last 30 minutes of the movie, and I'm like, that's fine, I can get most of the way there. But this time I was like, we watched the movie last night, and I was like, my notes aren't that great. I think I'm going to sit down and watch Saw 6 again before we record this episode, just to make sure I got everything nice and dialed in for this conversation.
As is your God-given right as a human being on this earth.
My God-given right and my duty as my duty as Sawptember ringmaster.
I'm saluting you, truly.
It was more fun the second time when I knew some of the twists, and I got to I was completely scratching my head at some of the scenes.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh man. Hey. Oh man. So just to pre-buffer our conversation of this movie specifically, I want to. Me and Morgan were lightly talking about this before we started recording. I'm transfixed by the Saw franchise. I'm transfixed by it because
it pulls you in. It pulls you in. It just gets you in its thrall, right?
Absolutely.
You start watching these movies and you can't get out of it. It is its own jigsaw trap. It really is.
I say this as someone who does not have a ton of love in her. Okay. This movie is like true crime, and I cannot explain why, but they tug at the same parts of my brain.
Well,
yeah.
So to me, it's what is fascinating about this, and it's a variety of things, but one of the things I'm going to mention is the fact that, the story they want to tell is the most ill-fitted story for the format they've chosen to tell it within.
Yeah.
You want Law and Order Special Jigsaw Unit, right?
I do want Law and Order Special
100%.
Jigsaw Unit.
But that's what this franchise wishes it was, but can't be by virtue
but tries to be anyways.
Right. No, it doesn't just try, it says, no, that's what we are, but you just have to buy a theater ticket and sit for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Well, 2 hours plus, ads, previews, whatever.
Right. The special thing, that the little bumper that says, come 10 minutes early next time and you can get sneak previews of upcoming movies.
Yeah, I feel the same way watching 6 as I do whenever I walk into the living room and my roommate is watching Grey's Anatomy and I'm just in the middle of an episode and just trying to piece things together. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It doesn't help that every time you see something in the Saw franchise that is not a trap, that is not going through 9 Inch Nails, color filter editing, fast frame rate kind of freakouts, it is shot and framed exactly like a television soap opera, just down to the bone. And you see it a lot in this one.
And down to the fucking casting.
I have to interrupt just because I think we should put the theme music here. and then I say, hello, welcome to Fear Baiting, everyone. It's your number one goated sequel podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Sarah. Morgan's here again.
Hey.
Welcome back, Morgan. And also Blair is here because we're getting ready for Sawptember. I just did that because it felt like we were really I did
just steamrolling through
like,
this, just chewing through
honestly,
what this film has to offer.
Honestly, I want to keep talking about this. I'm just like, we should put the intro music here at some point.
Right. I want to my little English theory major brain wants to synthesize this piece of media. Wants to unpack and synthesize it into some sort of coherent thesis.
Right. Photosynthesize your Saw franchise conceptions into strength.
Well, so there's been many a conversation on this podcast about the sort of Saw renaissance, and Morgan says that me and Morgan were talking about this. It has an amount to do about sort of like a teenage nostalgia, of course. But I feel like I made a breakthrough last night when I was watching Jill Jigsaw on screen, and also reporter what's her face on screen, and I was like, this is Dr. Roberta Bobby. Not every woman in this series, certainly, but every blonde woman in the series is is Twitter account Dr. Roberta Bobby. And the thing about that vibe, and I've been trying to specifically articulate it, satire takes a different form in 2020, which is why SNL is failing, because heightening things no longer is funny, because the world is as ridiculous. It's not as ridiculous as it's going to be, but if you make it more ridiculous, it feels it's falling short. So true satire comes from being able to accurately represent something 100% of the way, exactly identify a vibe and reproduce it in a way that feels like, oh yes, if I was in this moment, this would be said to me. And Saw feels like that. Like, it feels like the thing that you want to do that to, and then it's really fun. Which is also why that Jigsaw quotes thing works so well. It's all the crumbling of society has made us ready to appreciate Saw again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is the only piece of media that is so dismal and chaotic and yet absolutely absurd and hilarious enough to match the wavelength most of us are operating on at this point in society, right?
Precisely.
Yeah. It is so, and I think this is kind of like the payoff of coming on this podcast and making y'all watch these movies is that by the time you get to Saw 6, which is probably the best of the entire franchise, if I had to put a pin in it, it is like there's this weird, cohesive, and yet completely unhinged thesis that forms by the time that you're 6 films into this franchise, where you are so utterly immersed in its worldview, in its storytelling quirks, in its the way it represents characters, the view it has of the world, that the three of us watch this and are like, oh yeah, this makes sense, this kicks ass, this is a great movie. If you show this to anybody else, they would be like, what the fuck? What is this?
You need to in order to enjoy Saw 6, you need to just submerge your brain in Saw franchise.
Exactly. It's the same thing for me as watching Resident Evil Retribution, right? Which is the best movie in that entire franchise and just one of the best schlock action movies ever made. But to fully appreciate it, you have to have 4 films of build-up, right? And Saw 6 is the same way, where you really have to chew through just 5 servings of good to horrible Saw before you get to just this incredibly stupid, absolutely transcendent film that we allegedly watched last night.
We just don't see horror movie franchises like this anymore.
No.
Not even the current James Wan Conjuring franchise is anything like this.
No, the current James Wan. I mean, I have not seen. I have not extensively seen The Conjuring, but like, I've seen like The Nun. I've seen like Annabelle. I've seen a couple of them. Like there is no like. It's so safe. In a way, like, and I don't like dislike those movies or anything, and I do not. I don't want to say like I wish they were more like Saw 2 through 6.
I mean, but don't you?
but
I do.
Also,
I wish more movies
I
were
kinda
like
do.
this. Yeah,
You know,
totally.
like swing for the fucking
like,
fences.
I just that is really what I want. Like I just want someone who like the thing about the Saw movies is that like they just 100% buy into their own bullshit.
Yeah.
Like this could
100%.
not exist. This franchise could not be made in a post-Marvel era.
No,
No,
because
or-
that's what they did with Spiral, and they made it, and they had fucking Chris Rock come in and quip. Like, there's scenes of him where he's, like, at the fucking jigsaw killing murder scene, where somebody's been source engine gibbed into little chunks, and he's making jokes about it. It's like, what the fuck is this?
I feel like Chris Rock could have been in Saw 6, but it would have been totally different. Do you know what I mean? Maybe not Saw 6, but one of the Saws, earlier Saws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. Maybe not.
It's I just don't know, right? Like, you just never know with these movies, because
Right.
I feel like the thing about these films is that even though they are so tonally consistent, at least through the first 6 or 7,
Yes.
all of them are just completely different in their own discrete ways, right? Like, I don't know. There's just so much material to gnaw on for these shitty, like, annual Halloween 90-minute torture horror films, which I really don't think I would consider any of these to be like torture porn. These are straight up soap opera police procedurals to me, where they just get a little bit nasty a couple times.
Yeah, no, you're so right. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the idea of torture porn is sort of alien to me, especially with Saw. Like, you could literally probably only say that for the first one.
And I think part of it is changing standards, right? Like,
I think I would argue that there are parts of 2 that are quite torture porny, but like, honestly, the last one that I can think of that really like gets my hackles up in any real way is probably like the Hellraiser trap from Saw 3.
Sure,
and like
sure.
the rest of them, like, don't get me wrong, there are like some fucked up things that happen to bodies in them for sure, but like it doesn't feel as quite like,
It's almost cartoonish.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like even in the same movie, like the Hellraiser trap at the start of Saw 3 isn't the same movie as the Rack trap with the guy whose arms get twisted the other way. And it's like the latter of that is so much less garish to me. Like setting aside the fact that I can't look at the part where his legs break because of my traumas. Like that part is so much less garish to me because it is just so hilariously and I think this movie really like, I don't know if it's intentionally leaning in, but it is leaning in.
You know, I don't think what this movie wants you to experience is to relish in other people's pain. I think it wants you to, like, lose your mind at how over the top everything is.
yes, that's why this one is so good, because it's the first one that fully commits to what is so good about this franchise. It commits to, number one, making this movie entirely about the villains. It focuses completely on Hoffman and Miss Jigsaw Jill Tuck and basically no one else. And it also sets up the people in the trap for the first time in the entire franchise to just be like complete shitheads, right? This is the socially conscious American healthcare commentary Saw film. And so when some of the people in this movie die, you really do cheer for it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, as opposed to like when you see him when you meet him in Saw 5, like it's doing it's telling you, it's not showing you that these guys are pieces of shit. Like we find out eventually that they all burned a house down, or they all burned down a factory and caused these people to die, and like you eventually come around and you're like, oh, okay, these guys do fucking suck. But like we get like backstory on these guys for, I'm trying to think of other like characters that we have seen just operating in their day-to-day lives before they get put into a Saw trap in the franchise, and I'm really struggling about like excluding characters who are like excluding characters who are like, you know, mainstays throughout the series. Like obviously we see a lot of Hoffman before he gets put in his reverse bear trap and such. But like I'm racking my brain right now, and like when is the last time that we saw someone like working there? I guess in Saw 3, Lynn.
Yeah, we got her.
We saw her working her job a bit.
We got her for a little bit. The thing about this movie franchise is that it just wants to tell everything in a flashback. So, like, everything we got in Saw 3 of Jeff was just a flashback to him being a shitty dad. Mm-hmm. Everything we got in Saw 4 of Rig before he went in. I mean, we saw Rig a little bit, right? But what Rig did was no different than any of the other, like, 8,000 disposable cops who are in this franchise.
I'm not talking, to be clear, I'm not talking about William here. I'm talking about every other participant in the game. Like, we see, like, little bits and pieces of, like, you know, William's crack team of insurance claim deniers.
Where you see, like, all the secondary characters,
but, like,
right?
You don't see, like, the judge before he got, like, put in a thing of pig slop in Saw 3. You don't see, you don't see the journalist working his day-to-day before he gets exploded in a shower of nails in Saw 5. Like...
You know what I will say about Saw 6 is that it is a very, very successful morality play. Like,
Absolutely.
it does, because all Saw wants to be is a morality play, but this is the first one I feel like that actually, like constructs one correctly. Because, yeah, we do have that, like, evil, like, oh my god, okay. We should get into it.
We should start talking about this movie.
Because I want to talk about that fucking schmuck, but we have to do the cold open death scene first.
Yeah, totally.
We get our logos, we get our Lionsgate, our Twisty Picties, and then we open with a cockroach on this woman's hand, and she wakes up and she is in a hell machine designed for killing all humans, like always. She and this other guy are both strapped up to a machine that is going to send screws into their brain. Their game, should they choose to play it,
it's essentially like a Shylock sort of trap.
It's Merchant. Yeah, right. He's doing Merchant of Venice to these motherfuckers. And because he's like, hello, you have given predatory loans.
Loan sharks, yeah.
You know, they will not be able to pay them.
It's so funny that, like, after all this shit in this franchise of Jigsaw being like, oh, well, you're too depressed, you're going in the trap, oh god. This one just starts out where he's like saying, yeah, you fucking gave people predatory loans, and this represents the, like, weight of the debt you made them pay. It's so good. Like,
yeah.
God,
it does metaphor so well.
Yeah, it's really... Go ahead. Yeah.
Another good thing about this that I just enjoyed is that, like, I remember last week we were talking about how we enjoyed the people, like, knowing what was up with the saw traps, and there's a small part in this where the guy's name is Eddie and the woman's name is, I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Me neither. I did not pick it up. All I retained about her is that she won a Scream Queen.
Season. So there was this there was that reality TV show I think on MTV called Scream Queens, where it was sort of a, you know, horror movie themed competition show, and the winner of that was this lady who was in this first trap, and her prize was that she was cast in Saw 6 as the cold open victim.
That's some real paying Andrew Hussey $10,000 to be in a panel of Homestuck only to die canonically on the next page.
Are you kidding me? I would love to be in a cold open Saw trap. Oh my god, those are the ones everyone remembers. Like
and also she survives it.
Yeah, she does, and she comes back in Saw 3D. She's the woman at the Jigsaw support group where she's like, all I got was the ability to park in handicap spaces, and she's like. She's showing off her fucked up arm, and then Dr. Gordon shows up. They bring this woman back for Saw 7.
Oh my god, I forgot about the Jigsaw support group. Okay, hello.
We need to rewatch Saw 7.
It's off the fucking chains.
Bonus episode so since this podcast is going on hiatus for November and December, I am going to commit to one episode coming out in that time, and it is going to be the three of us watching Saw 7 again.
God,
sure. Yeah, but she does, I mean, for being, like, a reality TV winner, she does great.
Simone is the character's name, by the way.
Yeah.
What I want to say is that Simone, like, starts yelling at Eddie, and it's like, Eddie, do not lean forward. Do not fucking lean forward, because she knows that he's going to pull the pin and start the trap, and Eddie's like, and pulls the pin.
You fucking fool, forward. Eddie. You fucking fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
he cuts off parts of his tummy, and she's like, okay, I guess I'll cut off some parts of my tummy and put it in the thing, because it's a competitive shy locking.
It's so
where
crazy.
they have to fight to see who can put the most flesh in the weight pan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm like, I like love how she goes about it, because it makes no fucking... She has this big old butcher's knife that she attacks her chain with initially. But she's like, you know what? That's not going to be effective for cutting off my own arm. You know what's going to be effective for cutting off my own arm? This little steak knife I have here, girl.
Yeah,
No.
It's not even serrated.
No, she just starts going at it with like the ghost face knife, right? And
Yeah.
like this trap is essentially what happens when you snipe somebody on an eBay bid, because this other dude is like working at it, like just choking himself up, and then in the last 5 seconds of this trap, and I love this trap, it's absurd, it really sets the tone for the entire movie.
This is the WrestleMania this is the Royal Rumble that Roman Reigns won. where Braun Strowman knocked out like 7 guys in a row, and then Roman Reigns came in as the 30th entrant and just got Braun out.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Totally.
Wrestling reference.
Yeah, but she gets in right under the buzzer and just chunks her arm off. And the scene is so good because, like, it's basically nothing but these two people screaming at each other.
Great.
Yeah,
and that's all
great.
you want.
Yeah,
That's all
exactly.
you want.
Like in all these other Saw traps, you get people throwing, like, philosophical dialogue where it's like, oh, is it right to kill this person? They're, like, crying and freaking out. No, they're just, like, screaming at the top of their lungs, like Marilyn Burns and Chainsaw Massacre. Like, just fucking... like popping their eyes out of their skull. It's so good.
I love the PvP nature of this this entry in the Saw franchise. But back to what you were saying a second ago, Morgan, because I think I interrupted you before you finished your thought about this being an eBay auction. Because what happens is Simone, Eddie is like hacking off bits of his tummy flesh and tossing it in there, and Simone's just like she just cuts off her arm and lobs it in at the last possible second, and Eddie's head. I was gonna say Eddie's head explodes. It does not explode.
We wish it did.
Going.
We wish it did. It does not. It does not. He just bleeds. He just leaks blood. So my question for you two is, we don't really get into the investigation right away, but just because we're talking about Eddie's deceased body, the little jigsaw puzzle piece cutting out of the flesh, is that like a thing that's been happening, or is that?
Oh yeah, we haven't been talking about it, but every single victim of the jigsaw killings has a little puzzle piece pulled out of it. That's why he's called the Jigsaw Killer.
Yeah, they make a pretty big deal out of establishing it in the first movie, but after that, it's just kind of like taken for granted, right? Like, it assumes that you know that this is happening.
Sure. Yeah, because I was not 100% sure if it was like if they were just retconning that in to be like for plot device.
No, it doesn't ever come up. Like, they don't ever mention it unless it's plot relevant, but you go through these films with the assumption that after, the fucking guy gets twisted around the rack trap, Hoffman's coming in, or Amanda's coming in with like a scalpel and taking this piece out of this dude's body.
All right. Well, I'm glad I cleared that up because
for sure.
We get a flashback or is it just like just a shot of a Hoffman in his little ice coffin?
That is a flashback to the end of Saw 5. That is
right. I figured that as much, but so Hoffman is, it's so fucking funny. I remember these scenes because I feel like I've sort of like hallucinated the Saw franchise, so it's like, oh, this is so familiar to me, but I can't remember actually seeing this before.
All you've heard is our exceptional descriptions.
But I also feel like just through like sort of the collective unconsciousness of absorbed.
Sure, for sure. The shot of Hoffman, like in the glass coffin.
I love his little like cocky little like head tilt while he's like grinning. It's so fucking funny.
You remember that one Vine where the one guy is like, I should have left you standing on the corner, and the other guy says, but you didn't.
Yes.
Like the but you didn't guy is just Hoffman's entire look.
Yes. I don't exactly know what new information was elucidated by that.
You mean the coffin bit at the end here?
Yeah.
So the thing that we see Right, because you haven't finished the Saw 5 edit yet.
Not yet, nearly.
What's that?
Nearly, but not yet. No.
Yeah. So what happens at the end of Saw 5 is we see that all that stuff of like Strom getting crushed into things. It's differently lit in this one because it's a flashback this time and not the real thing, which is really jarring to go to. Like I'm sure this hit different when it was like October 31st the following year.
God,
right.
Having just watched the last movie,
I would
I was like
anything to see this in a theater midnight premiere. Oh my fucking god! Can you imagine being in a theater of people watching this film and just losing your shit? What an experience!
That's all I want. It's all I want.
But so everything after the thing, because like the last shot of the movie is like the bird's eye view of Hoffman in the crate with the two sides closing in, and like the thing slows together, and that's the end of the movie. So him like sliding into frame in the glass coffin is new footage.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And he the thing like conveyor belt. He gets conveyor belted out of the hell room, and he walks back. He like climbs out of the coffin and walks back in and just looks at at Strom's like exploded corpse. And the human body is just meat. Like we saw a single bone exploding from Strom's arm when he got crushed, but aside from that, body is meat.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's sort of like, I don't know, unceremoniously cut to insurance.
Umbrella Health.
Umbrella Health. I forgot about this. I lost my goddamn mind when we were watching this movie. I just like not only making a Saw franchise, let me roll that one back. Just making the most overt reference to the Resident Evil franchise possible for something like a Saw film. It's so good. It's so good. So in the last scene, I do have to ask, did we see the part where the crusher opens and we see Strom's body, or is that later? Because I did want to
we saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't see him take the finger yet, but we do see the crusher.
Sorry,
open.
I was messaging somebody over Twitter about getting an icon commission of Billy the Puppet from the Saw franchise, so I did.
It's very
miss
important.
Yeah,
it's very important.
You need to do that.
Yeah, I did write in my notes that when Hoffman slides out in the coffin, it's like a frozen microwave dinner. It did have like a visual psychic resonance for me in that way, but
but like I heard the conveyor belt that he was on come to a stop, and I just heard ding, just the microwave
like
noise.
the conveyor belt sushi and all that, just Hoffman rolling out. But we're at Umbrella Health, and we get plot in this Saw film, and
we get plot, and we also
like,
get we get plot. We also get the nicest looking building that we have ever seen in this franchise.
Totally. Like, it sucks that, spoiler alert, the janitor for Umbrella Health gets killed later in this movie, because he's doing a damn good job of keeping this place not looking like a location from Silent Hill 2. Just pristine health insurance agency here.
And then we get this schmuck.
William.
Good. I'm glad you picked up on his name, because I was just like, you're just the insurance agent schmuck.
Right. It is so the thing is that I feel like they don't say the Saw protagonist's name, or the whoever the guy going through the trial is. I don't feel like they say that person's name all that much.
Sure.
In these movies, but
because it really doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't, and also William gets hit with the Mr. Eastman because everyone in the traps is like his subordinate at work.
Oh yeah. I am obsessed with this actor. I love watching him be this sort of shitty, overconfident, slimy, but like buttoned up. You know, he's got bad vibes, but he's not got disgusting vibes. Like, he's slick. He looks like a hybrid of Steve Buscemi and Willem Dafoe to me.
Okay.
And I love both
yeah.
of those. I love both of those. I love that so much.
Yeah.
I mean, he's that, but more handsome.
I think this guy's great. I think he's bar none the best person they put in a trap in this entire franchise, because
so good, yeah.
Like y'all were saying, he is skeevy, but he's actually probably the most believable human being in like all 6 of these movies.
For sure, yeah.
Easily.
This dude absolutely like has a career like in actual police procedurals or something like that, because he is too good of a performer in comparison to the rest of like not everyone who's in these, but like a lot of the performers in this. It seems that he was in Orphan Black, a lot of other just like random TV movie kind of stuff, that I've never actually seen. But yeah, no, he's great to watch in this. I mean, he's definitely the guy you love to hate, where he is just a complete shithead, but it's so much fun to watch him go through these traps.
Right.
And I love the decisions he makes throughout. You know, it's like because what you were saying, like he feels the most like a person. Like it's like he's selfish, yes, but he's not like a cartoon of a selfish person. You know, like
sure.
Like I mean, he's evil and does evil things. But also, like, in the same way that many evil people who do evil things also have, like, complex moral codes that they abide by, and in order to justify their own actions, wherein they're like, there's some things one is willing to sacrifice, and some things that they hold sacred, which may not align with what the general populace would agree upon, but, like, it's not just I'm doing evil things for evil reasons. It's, I have internal justification, and I also validate that by doing good things for different reasons. Do you know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, I agree. I think that it is always good in your movie when you have a character with motivations and personality, you know?
Yes.
I'm glad the Saw franchise finally decided to make one.
Yeah, totally. So I am looking at, like, I haven't really looked at the Saw wiki except to reference the, like, plot lines on this podcast, but I did go to William Easton's wiki page, and I'm realizing now that the Saw wiki has not only, like, you know, basic information, like name, age, that sort of thing, but they also have died in, cause of death, and reason tested. And for William Easton, reason tested kind of made me chuckle. It's just refusing health insurance to the seriously ill people. Like, fuck yeah, it sure was.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So
when we meet him, he's on the phone. He's like, "I'm sorry, honey, I'm not gonna be able to make it home for work. I'm not gonna be able to make it home for dinner tonight. I gotta talk to legal." And he's like, "Okay, bye." And then he goes and stares at the screen in which his wife—that's his wife, right?
Okay. Which character are we talking about?
The journalist, because
the journalist is his sister.
His sister.
His sister. Okay, because he goes to look at the TV and is like his sister is just up there on the screen
talking about Jigsaw.
And we're
talking about Jigsaw.
We are not meant at this point to think that they have any relationship to each other.
Right.
No,
because that is one of the crucial twists of this film at the end.
Right. So he has this lawyer in front of him.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Well, not for y'all. Not for y'all, but for me.
Who seems like kind of in on the quote unquote joke about the whole like scheme they're running, I guess. Talking to like sort of doing a sort of debrief on this member of the I don't know, this insurance company, whatever, his death, whether it was wrongful or not, blah, bitty, blah, bitty, blah. And they're kind of like cracking wise at one another, and we get this flashback to the member in question being like, hey,
yep, Mr. Abbott.
I've like paid all of my premiums. I'm like super healthy all the time, and I have this one thing. What the fuck? And Mr. Easton is like, sorry, bub, them's the policies. Ha ha ha. And then they're like...
Yes, to be clear, the way in which he's being scumfucked is that he is being denied insurance for a heart condition because of pre-existing conditions that were not disclosed.
Mm-hmm.
And the pre-existing condition in question is like oral surgery from 30 years ago, like a wisdom tooth removal or something.
Yeah, the cyst removed from his jaw, yeah.
Yeah. The slimebologist is like, well, as you certainly know, oral surgery can lead to oral disease, and oral disease does lead to heart disease. So I'm sorry, but your claim has been denied.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, it's like, yeah, that's about it. That's the extent of the flashback, and then it's like, well, he dead. He's like,
William has a great line that's like, well, why does nobody ever focus on the millions of people that we help every year without consequence, or the millions of dollars that we donate to charity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little character moment. William Easton can have a little bit of character as a treat, you know.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
He has tons of character. He is, I mean, come on. And then he's, they're chit-chatting about how he...
Right, because the... Yeah, I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. Go on.
No. They're chit-chatting about how like, oh, the lawyer asks, so how did you find this sort of discrepancy? And he's like, oh, I've got this dog pit over here. And we
yeah, he makes a face like, you're really asking me that, and he's like, the dog pit.
The
Yeah.
fucking dog pit.
The six most ruthless insurance claims investigators that have ever been on this planet.
It's so good. It's so good. Like the fucking League of Evil, the fucking dog pit of just these middle-class insurance adjusters over here. Like,
yeah. Now, these people have no complex morality, but that's fine.
No, it's totally fine, because you know that they're shitheads right off the bat, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They set them all up, like, pretty rapid fire with a couple lines each where they're talking about, like, oh, you're the Terminator, ooh, I can't believe you denied that 90-year-old woman health coverage, like, you sure got her ass, and that kind of shit, so really laying it out right off the bat, which I love. It's so good.
Yeah, so basically, like, at this point, we're like, okay, so this guy is gonna be, he's marked himself for Jigsaw, basically.
And well, we see the one shot of because everyone in this office is established as someone who goes in a trap later, and because of that, they have to have exactly one shot of William talking to the janitor. Like, the janitor is in this movie before he gets put into the trap. The janitor is on screen for exactly one single shot of William leaving the office.
And it's great. It's great because William like hits like you know, pats him on the shoulder, and the janitor just like shakes his head. It's so good. Like,
yes.
The stuff in this movie is just really screenwriting 101 type shit, but in comparison to everything that's come before,
right?
It's just a bounty, like just slurping this shit up.
Fucking manna from heaven, absolutely.
This is like how I reacted to like watching any competently put together piece of media after finishing watching television show Game of Thrones. I finished Game of Thrones and I was like, well, that was not good. And then like I watched like fucking Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and I was like, oh shit, characterization, themes, oh shit, seeding, plot. Characters know things that other characters don't because they haven't read the script. Oh shit, story writing.
Yeah, totally. This is the one Saw movie, and don't get me wrong, I love not all Saw movies. I love most Saw movies, and
I love the Saw vibe, dude.
yeah. It pours all the chemicals in, and it finally gets the right reaction. And so,
totally.
A really great setup here at the beginning.
And speaking of the Saw vibe, we get from that scene we get a cut to just a totally different, unrelated scene. Now we're back at the crime scene of the Shylock trap. Hoffman like wiggles his way on over. You know, he gets out of his little like ice coffin and wiggles onto the crime scene. And is like, I'm not suspicious. Hold
on. I want to talk about the chronology of this movie and how fucked it is because
also I just realized that we skipped another thing, which is before we go to the umbrella insurance company, but after the scene prior to it, in between those scenes, there is like a POV shot from the back seat of the car that Cecil was in. Cecil,
the guy who.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember this now. Like a hazy flashback.
It's a hazy flashback. I do not know whose perspective it is from. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is," because I watched the movie last night. That I watched it again today, and we find out that Amanda was the one who drove Cecil to the hospital where he caused Jill Tuck to miscarry. And
who was asking these questions? You know
exactly.
When that scene started on my second time through, I was like, "Oh, this is Amanda's POV." But then the camera pans over to look at Cecil. Mm-hmm. And the camera pans over back from him, and then it looks to the left, and we see like Amanda's like just we can only see like her the foremost characteristics of her face, so like the tip of her nose and like her cheeks a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's and then not addressed again whatsoever.
No, it is beautiful because I was like, when I was experiencing it in real time, I was like, whatever, this might as well happen. Knowing how I know that Saw is constructed, like, this is going to be really important, but it's totally fine if I do not process it whatsoever.
Right, because they'll show it to you again when they'll show it to you again when Hello Zepp is playing.
Absolutely. But yes, so then we're at the crime scene, and then Hoffman's like, oh my god, I love the acting here. He sees Perez, and she's like, oh, you're alive.
Okay. Sorry. I have to pump the brakes because we have to talk about this.
Sure.
There's going to be no way to unfuck this later, so I have to say it now.
Yes.
Oh, so here, let me puzzle out the fucking chronology of this sequence of events.
Please.
So, Hoffman gets out of his little microwave dinner container, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He gets out of his hungry man.
Exactly, yeah, he peels back the plastic wrap on his Salisbury steak dinner and steps out into the world. And then, from here, we see him, I think, either get a call or just go directly to the crime scene, correct? But later, we find out that after escaping from gay baby jail, Hoffman took Strom's hand from the grate where he was hanging and used Strom's hand at the Shylock crime scene to cover these people's eyeballs to make it look like Strom was the one that did it. How could he have done that if he went straight from the glass coffin to the Shylock crime scene? When does this happen?
Doesn't matter.
This
Detective Hoffman is vibes.
You know, I figured it out. This is why Hoffman always had a cup of coffee in his scenes. He just keeps like an empty thing of like Starbucks in his car, like just like a bunch of empty Starbucks. Like
it's also why he's always sweaty.
But no, I'm not saying he's drinking them. I'm saying he keeps empties in his car so he can just like roll up and be like, yeah, sorry I took so long to get here, guys. I had to have my coffee. But he didn't get coffee. He just drove. Instead, he spent the 15 minutes that it took to go to Starbucks.
So, okay.
To go do his thumb crime.
Hold on. The only way this makes sense in the chronology that this film presents it is that Hoffman. Here's my theory. Hoffman is a vampire.
Okay.
Hoffman is a vampire. Because what would have to happen in this chronology is Hoffman would have to get out of the glass coffin, get the hand, perform the Shylock test, close their eyes, go back, get back in the glass coffin, and then come out a second time to go to this crime scene after it's discovered. This is just Hoffman's house. He lives in the fucking coffin. That's what this is. He's a fucking vampire.
Well, no, because he goes and views the corpse dangling from the grate and watches it fall to the ground, and then he gets a call from there, right?
Yeah, and then he goes to the crime scene, but he would have to have had the hand at the crime scene before leaving to go to the crime scene to close their eyelids and frame Strom. Like, that's what I'm saying here. Like, there's no way.
But also when he takes, don't forget when he takes the hand, like, the body has already fallen to the ground and it's just Strom's disembodied hand stuck on top of the grate because it's just like the fingers are just gnarled in there.
Yeah.
Like we've already seen the body fall.
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe the Shylock trap just already happened and he was just like doing this after the fact.
But he would have to have the hand is the thing. Like, he would have to have the hand.
Right, I'm saying the Shylock trap happens.
Okay.
Sometime.
The Shylock trap happens before he gets out of the coffin. Then he gets the hand and go.
Yes.
There's no
or
way.
Concurrently, maybe it's fully automated. Because I mean, I think it could be, right? Like, it seems like it would be set up to just be fully automated because it's all timers.
How does he get there with the hand before they call him to the crime scene? When does that happen?
Fully automated luxury space jigsaw.
This is his coffee. This is his coffee's trick.
I'm losing my fucking mind at this. I'm gonna go back and watch this, and it's going to be like totally fine, and I'll have just like completely made this up. Like they're like knowing how I overreact to shit. Like, I'm sure this makes perfect sense, but I really do think the way this timeline presents itself, there is no way that it makes sense for him both to have the hand and get to the crime scene to close their eyelids before the police call him in. And he acts like the most suspicious man alive.
Right. I'm sorry. You were completely right. I was getting fucked up because in my head, for some reason, they were calling him to a different crime scene that was not the Shylock trap. I don't know why I had that impression. But I'm fully pilled. I'm on board with you. What the fuck?
The only way this makes sense is that Hoffman is actually like omniscient Dr. Manhattan style character of the Saw universe.
Or he just he did so. We get the flashback to him cutting the finger off and doing later that justifies the eyelid print thing. That flashback that happened literally right after he gets the phone call, and then he goes to the scene and he just puts the fingerprints down when the rest of the cops aren't looking.
He does like an Agent 47 stealth style mission to close the eyelids. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're 45 minutes into this podcast, 10 minutes into Saw 6. Do we want to keep rolling on this one?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
So we get to the crime scene, and Hoffman is being one of the most suspicious motherfuckers
I fucking
again.
love it. It's so good. It's so good. I love how his actor and like Perez's actor interact with one another, because he's like in her space and she moves out of. Just like the way they navigate each other's spaces is like it's supposed to have a flow to it, but it's clearly two one actor who knows what he's doing and the other actor who just is being told to move to their different spots. I don't know. It just feels so stiff and soap opera-y.
Sure, totally.
But yeah, so the whole thing, I guess, like, is like we were supposed to think this cop was dead, but actually she's alive.
We thought she died in Saw 4 and Saw 5. They were like, I can't believe she's dead. Fuck, this sucks. But then in Saw 6, they were like, sorry, we didn't know who we could try. It was like Commissioner Gordon in The Dark Knight. They just had to keep him. They just had to make people think he was dead for a while because he had enemies everywhere.
And Hoffman is sweating bullets about it.
Yeah, they absolutely could not get this woman to come back for Saw 5, and then they like said, hey, we really need you in Saw 6. Can you come back for this one? And she said yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then like they sort of like chit chat about the crime scene, whatever. Doesn't truly matter. And then Hoffman is at the police department now, like walking to his office, I guess, or no, he's walking to Jill's office, or I don't know. He's going to a location.
He's going to talk. He's going to speak with Jill Tuck, and he gets stopped on the way by Pamela Jenkins.
Oh my god, yeah. Who's the TV reporter with the glasses?
Right. She's the Vicky Vale, and she knows
information about John Kramer. Apparently.
Yeah, she says, if you can get me close to Jill Tuck, I will ease off the sensationalism and it'll be chill. And he's like, are you going to write another article called The Conundrum of Carnage, John Kramer?
Mm-hmm. And she's like, I know more about John Kramer than you think, and blah, 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 whatever. This fucking character is so strange to me.
And then
no! He's going to the surviving victim of the trap.
Yes, that's where he's going. Yes, and he gets there, and she is like, "He did this to me. He made me lose my arm." And Hoffman's like, "Really? He cut your arm off?" And she's like, "Well, no, I did it myself, but he made me do it."
He's trying to teach me a lesson.
Hoffman literally is like, "Did you learn it? Did you learn your lesson? Huh?
And she's like, look at my fucking arm. What do you think? You know? And I was like, fair fucking enough. Yeah.
Hoffman is already Hoffman is up probably under deep suspicion because the Strom stuff is just not adding up. They should have just put the fucking handcuffs on him.
Every time Hoffman leaves the room in this movie, everyone in the room with him just kind of looks at each other. It's like, is this guy good? Like, is he good?
The most suspicious human being alive. And then we get a shot of now Jill. We're at Jill's.
Yeah, Jill is watching videos of her and John Kramer at the ultrasound.
Yes,
and I am not.
Well, she drinks red wine and looks forlornly out her gigantic loft windows.
Character motivation, sad about miscarrying. And is that do people do that? I'm not in tune with people who have babies. I'm not in tune with anyone. No one in my life has kids. I don't know anything about this. Do people do that where they will take a video of the ultrasound that is happening?
When someone is pregnant, they basically film everything, so I believe it. You know.
Sure. Yeah. You know what?
Remember in Saw 4, in Saw 3, where John Kramer was having the horny boner flashback during brain surgery, and he was filming his wife at the park with a camcorder. He just films everything. That's what this is. Yeah.
You know what? John Kramer. If America's Funniest Home Videos had never happened, John Kramer would not be the film everything dad that he is.
Absolutely, yeah. He was always waiting to get I don't know, a video of himself slipping on a banana peel or something.
Yeah, a video of himself getting hit in the nuts.
Yeah. He spent $2,000 on a camcorder, and to justify it, filmed everything.
Totally. John Kramer is absolutely that kind of dude.
Yeah, she's just doing widow activities, basically. She's kind of just walking around, looking forlorn. I don't know. I think this just is supposed to exist to tell us that she's still doing things.
Well, it's that it reminds us that it shows us footage of her miscarrying
Of course.
again. And it shows us footage from Saw 5 of her at the divorce at the divorce proceedings with Jigsaw video telling her, I've prepared for you this box. This box will have things that are very important.
Or the reading of the will, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely called it the divorce proceedings last time too, just because that's funny.
She took the box in the divorce. She took the Jigsaw box. It's just not the same.
And then we are in an autopsy room with Hoffman and the other detectives. And again, the walls are closing in because there's discussions about how the knife cuts are inconsistent with previous victims.
Right.
And Hoffman's like, maybe Strom just used a different knife or whatever. And
He's like a Columbo murderer trying to push the detective off the case.
It's so funny. I love this autopsy.
I really want to see.
I love this autopsy guy because, like, he's like, oh, I would know. Like, I could tell the difference because I operated on all the Jigsaw bodies, you know?
Literally every single Jigsaw autopsy is this dude for some God-given reason.
He must demand it, you know what I mean? Like, I want a movie about this character, you know?
I mean, like, the thing is that, like, if you do 2 Jigsaw autopsies in a row, like, you kind of become the
Jigsaw guy. You're like, oh shit, another Jigsaw victim. Guess we got to ship this one off to Dan. Like, no one else wants to touch it. You know, like,
exactly. Yeah, no,
like,
he's the freak.
If you're working in a morgue, like a 9-to-5 job in a morgue, and somebody comes in one day and wheels in a dead body that is just chunked into 18 discrete pieces, you're like, no way, I'm not touching that. Like,
this one's Dan's. Yeah, this one's fucking
exactly,
Dan's.
Exactly.
Dan can deal with this shit.
Yeah. So the walls are closing in on Hoffman, so he goes to swing by Jill's office and, like, do a sort of conspiracizing with her.
We get like a fun little, like, shot of Jill, a fun little scene of Jill walking into the hospital, and all of the denizens of the hospital being, like, ungrateful, like, violent, druggies, we hate them.
So they, like, get into it about it or whatever, and then Jill has, like,
hold on. Is this when she's talking to John in a flashback, or is this when she's talking to Hoffman?
This is when she's talking to Hoffman, but then there's a smooth camera transition because, like, she's talking to Hoffman and Hoffman's just like, I know some people who know some things. I'm working alone. The game starts tonight because of reasons. Fuck off, bye. And then, like, the camera, like, pans and, like, it pans to, like, John Kramer sitting in the chair, and it's like, and all of a sudden we're in the flashback haze.
It's like half flashback, half hallucination, you know. To me,
and
at least,
Jill
that's how I read it.
And Jill just has a conversation with Jigsaw where he's like, I keep telling you, these people, you're only fueling their addiction by giving them painkillers and things. I have found a solution. And Jill's like, it doesn't fucking work, John. You just kill people. And John is like, actually, no, there is someone. And the camera pans over to Amanda, who's just standing in
the corner of this room.
She's been in the room for the entire duration of this conversation, and Jill never noticed.
It's really good. John's, like, in his completely bald, like, chin strip goatee mode.
I love it.
Mike Ehrmantraut ass.
Because after you were like, oh no, I mentioned that every time that it's a flashback, it's John Kramer has a soul patch. And you did absolutely mention that. Fair enough. Yeah, you did warn me. But it did fucking unmoor me from reality entirely when I saw it. Because, well, I mean, he doesn't have the face of a man who would own a soul patch. Own a soul patch. And also, he's blonde. Tywin
Lannister looking at.
It's like a whisper of facial hair. You know, it's like the hint.
I mean, the thing is that, like, it's not as faint as the word whisper would suggest. Like, the thing is that it's like a mohawk of chin strap, because it's like there is no hair, and then there's like a half an inch of, like, bushy blonde chin strap going over his
But it's so fair is the thing that I was like, is light just hitting him wrong, or does he have a fucking soul patch?
It's like one of his eyebrows got lost on the way up to his forehead.
Exactly right. Oh my god, yeah. No, it's really a sight to behold, because clearly he does not have the hair texture. There's a reason, I think, this actor does not typically have facial hair. Um,
It's an incredible decision to give him some, frankly.
um, um, let's see, what happens next? Oh, yes, and then we get, so now we're at, Umbrella Health at Night.
Yeah, Umbrella Health at Night. William's watching the 24/7 Jigsaw news coverage channel.
Yeah. Anytime you see news in this world, it is only talking about John Kramer. Nothing else ever comes up.
Absolutely. And we get Pig Mask kidnapping insurance guy.
Right, but not before insurance guy shoots a security guard.
Yes, out of thinking, oh shit, I'm getting kidnapped. Goodbye, like bang bang, and then yeah, good god, just one last murder before he gets jigsawed.
I like the line where he like sees that it's a security guard and he's like, oh shit, oh fuck, you're gonna be okay. Are you wearing a vest? And which is just like. I don't know what security guards are up to, but I cannot imagine that they're wearing bulletproof vests on their day-to-day jobs working at an insurance company.
No, probably not. Just as a heads up, I did put a picture of Tobin Bell with facial hair in the chat if y'all want to take a peek at that one.
There we go.
I do. Let me just scroll on down and take a look-see. Oh, yes.
That's exactly how I want him to look with facial hair.
Yeah,
no, you're
just big old mustache. I think...
I enjoy the poster above Newman's head in that photo that says therapy.
Yeah, Jigsaw's gonna put Newman in a trap. That's what this is.
Yep.
No, I love this scene. Well, I don't love it, but it's really funny to me that the implication of the trial is that it's all established by John Kramer, like in the past, right? And it's just carried out by Hoffman. So
he must have a little black book or something like that. Where it's like you have to kill this guy.
It's really funny to me for a couple reasons. Number one, that means John set this up enough in the past to be counting on the fact that all of these same employees would be working at the health insurance company after his death. Number two, it means that he can't put a little aside in there like, also it was really fucked up when you killed that security guard. I'm putting you in a trap for that one for sure. So it just goes unremarked upon for the rest of this movie. Never mentioned, never followed up on. This dude, I guess, is just dead or hospitalized in the Saw universe. But what happens? Where do we go from here?
So then we he gets kidnapped. We get a John Kramer video instead of just a Billy the Puppet video, being like blah 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 blah. Here's why you're evil. And explaining the trap to him. He's got this oxygen mask on. His arms and legs are strapped in a sort of like spread eagle position almost, with little bombs on his like wrists and legs, I believe, if he like doesn't unlock these cuffs in like an hour's time. And there's like, in addition to that, there's a mom and a son in a separate like jigsaw waiting room watching all of this on camera. And it's basically a breath holding game. So it's him versus this like 51-year-old chronic smoker.
The janitor.
Yeah, the janitor. Yes, exactly.
I did not realize it was the janitor until the second time through.
Yes. And the whole thing is like they've got these sort of vices on the rib cages or their trunks that will like squeeze them tighter every time they take a breath in. And so yeah, the thing is like what does he say? It's like your success is predicated upon the failure of the other person, something to that effect, essentially. So if the other person,
right, another PvP has been enabled,
and it's the best. I love it. This scene is like, it's so strange because it's like a rather silent sort of debacle.
Right, so many. Every other Saw trap is just back to back.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in this movie as well. But this one's rather silent, where it's just a lot of. I mean, the first thing we get is just like William like yelling at the janitor, like "Hold your breath," and then it's just them swearing and inhaling for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's the fucking cannabis YouTuber trap, just swearing and inhaling for 20 minutes. Do you think Hoffman ever hotboxes the breath play trap? Do you think they ever just load that shit up and just let it rip?
I really hope so.
I don't think.
I don't think Hoffman smokes weed, though.
Amanda does.
I think he is.
Right?
I think he's 100% a coke man.
Yeah.
Amanda Hoffman gets into the glass confidence like, God, was Amanda hotboxing in here again?
Yeah, totally. I just think
Amanda smokes weed. Yeah.
Listen, I just think if John Kramer had access to medicinal weed, this series may have played out a little bit differently. That's all I got to say.
No, I think John Kramer, total teetotaler, straight edge.
Oh yeah,
absolutely, 100%.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And Hoffman's a cokehead. That's my opinion.
I absolutely 100%. You see how he acts in this movie, like just always sweating, like manic.
Oh yeah.
This man's in a state. I love this actor so much. He's so good.
He's always got the meat sweats. He's like he just ate a hoagie.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. A meatball hoagie. It's awesome. It rules. So the janitor's ribcage explodes. Basically, he and then the insurance schmuck is free. He unstraps himself, unlocks one of his wrists. And then, oh my god, we were talking about this during the movie. I love how the set looks because it looks like a point-and-click escape room. There's a little arrow pointing up next to a ladder, and it's like, you gotta go these ways. These are the only ways. These are the only, we've only mapped so much of this. You can't go to here. This is a dead end. You'll fall off the map if you go in this direction.
Yeah, if he goes in the wrong direction, he'll just end up back in the Saw 3 bathroom and nobody wants
Exactly.
Just walk in. Yeah, this is the first one since... This is the first Saw. This is the first Saw movie without showing me Jeff dying.
William Easton is, wandering through this abandoned zoo, and he goes down the hallway and suddenly ends up, in the ending scene of Saw 3, the ending of Gore all over again.
He just gets fucking he just gets fucking Quake engine warped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just clips through it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we get another shot of this jigsaw waiting room. The only thing I have written down here is live/die switch.
Yes.
Which I do remember, but that there's this...
right, because we start with we meet this woman and her son. I don't have their names, but they're like, why are we in this trap? What's happening? And all that we see the live/die switch, the big vat of hydrochloric acid.
That's slowly dripping down a little bit, and then I believe we also get a shot of the sprinklers at this point. So the visual implication, the sort of film language there is you're gonna get sprayed if you fuck up. So don't do that.
Skunk trap.
Yes. And then reporter Roberta Bobby gets pignapped as well.
I'm sorry. It will never not be funny to me when you refer to her, Jill, as Roberta Bobby.
All the blonde women are the same. The blonde reporter.
Who is Roberta Bobby?
Okay,
right. Are you not familiar with this Twitter account?
I'm so excited to be.
This is one of the fucking all-time Twitter accounts. I'm so glad that it's come up on this podcast because two of my favorite things, Dr. Roberta Bobby and Saw, finally together at last. I think we get a scene of the reporter and Jill talking to each other first, which is where I'll post this meme I made earlier after we started recording.
The meme that Morgan just put in the chat is a shot of Paris Hilton holding up a popsicle with Jill on it. And the caption therein is actually gonna have 5 more of these little blonde bitches. And you know what? You're fucking right.
Absolutely. This is the milfiest Saw film by a country mile.
For sure.
We got Amanda doing evil hot girl shit in Saw 3, but the entirety of Saw 6 is just alternately Jill Tuck and Dr. Reporter Roberta Bobby just milfing their way through various disused
their breasts are bouncing milfily.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Man, the vibes, unparalleled. So she gets kidnapped. I don't really remember if we get a huge sort of consequence scene after that.
No, she just gets thrown. Well, she gets thrown in jail. But I did want to talk about briefly that when the son of the woman that's in the hydrofluoric acid chamber, when he's like, what's happening? Why are we here? His mom says, it's because of your father, and she like looks cryptically at the monitors that are showing William. And now the thing is, this is supposed to intimate that these are William's. This is William's wife and child,
right.
Wife and son,
yes.
that are being trapped in here. But it turns out to be the guy whose claim he denied at the start of the movie. That's his family. But I do not understand the meaning of this line if she is saying that your dead father is the reason that we are in this saw trap.
Well, she must recognize him, because she does recognize this insurance guy right away.
I don't think she does later when he's actually there in person.
Maybe,
but I think it doesn't stretch my disbelief to say that she would recognize by Saw logic.
Sure, but I don't understand how that ties into. Is she just assuming that does she just immediately know her true purpose here, that she is the one putting that she is there because William has to be put to a test because he killed Mr. Abbott?
This is the least hard thing for me to believe, genuinely.
Stretching a little logic. Maybe here's my roundabout explanation of this, and of course any explanation of Saw logic is just, Calvin Ball, but
fully.
I choose to believe that, as anybody else in Saw City, this woman is very aware of the 24/7 Jigsaw news cycle, and so she was able to make the connection that John Kramer was a client at the same health insurance agency as her husband, and thus was able to assume, well, this must have something to do with my husband, because we were like 6 degrees of separation away from John Kramer at one point in time. Like, I have to assume everybody in Saw City is always wondering, like, okay, like, do I know anybody who could be targeted by John Kramer? Like, do I need to leave town for a couple weeks because my fucking husband, like, did this shitty thing,
Oh, yeah.
You're just always on your toes, right? I would just leave. I would just move out of the city, right?
Right.
Oh, here comes the Ivory Towers liberal saying, why don't you just move to a better location? maybe the rent in Saw City is all that I can afford. Have you ever considered that?
Yeah, all this affordable housing that John Kramer built keeps the rent low.
Exactly. See, that's it. It all... The fucking world building of this franchise all sticks together and just increases.
You just need to figure. You just need to. Yeah. So now we're back with the investigators. And
we already talked about the porno in which Dr. Roberta Bobby goes to meet with Dr. Roberta Bobby at her apartment.
Yes. Oh yeah,
that scene is so funny. Oh my god, it's so good. Like, I don't even. What is it that they talk about? Like, that's the sensationalism.
They just say, like, hey, there's this note that was found at the place where Jigsaw's body was found. Does this mean anything to you? And I think this is the note that Amanda got in her. No, this is not Amanda's note. This is not Amanda's letter, right?
Is this a separate letter?
This is a separate letter. This has something to do with Jill Tuck, I think, but the fucking reporter shows up at Jill Tuck's apartment, and the content of the scene is not necessarily important. What's important is that these two women are just exuding the strongest MILF vibes at each other, like the end of David Cronenberg's Scanners, where they're just trying to blow each other up, like, just based on the power of their blonde hairdos and ability to drink red wine.
Well, like, the thing is about Jill is that she's full MILF. Like, she's like the final evolution MILF.
Right.
This reporter, baby MILF. Like, she's MILF, getting there, but she's not there yet.
Jill is MILF ultimate. Jill is like the ultimate form, like Digimon style. Whereas like Pamela is like down at like champion form. Like, this is like Jill is up there as like fucking Metal War Grey, like up there with fucking War Greymon, and Jill and Pamela is stuck down there at regular old Greymon.
Sure, totally.
What I did write it down. I just totally, like, my eyeballs missed it. What we get is an extended fucking flashback to John Kramer and this insurance broker interacting. Not the first one. I mean, not the last one we get, but it is the first one where they're at, like, a dinner party or something, or some sort of, like, gala. And yeah, just sort of chit-chatting about life. and the will to live and human intention.
Yeah, just normal conversation.
And normal conversations. And yeah, so that's fine. It's just setting up pretext. And then I have a gap in my notes from here that maybe someone else, though I do have stuff later.
What so this is we're just coming out of the coming out of the the two clones of Dr. Roberta Bobby talking to each other.
Right.
And then they have because what happens next is we cut to William in his next stage of the saw trap.
Oh,
right?
yes. Which is this sort of not PvP so much as now he's given some sort of
choose your own adventure.
Choose your own adventure sort of you did insurance policies, you denied claims, pick which one of your employees should live and which one should die based off
which one has the higher EV of years.
Like you got this perfectly healthy young man, but he's got no like actual like family or anything.
It's so funny that he he says that young man, and then there's this old biddy who's your secretary, but she's beloved by all. She's got a lot of family who'd miss her, and he has like two separate monitors, one showing pictures of the secretary
so funny.
With her family, and the other one just like looking like he's posing for a fucking like a magazine spread for an advertisement, just like fucking Abercrombie and Fitch ass posing on the boardwalk pictures of this other guy but to show that he's alone.
Yeah, he's alone.
Jigsaw's PowerPoint trap.
It's awesome. And so they've got these sort of barbed wire nooses around their necks, and they're both gagged. And he's supposed to hold onto these chains while they're like pulling apart from one another. And the whole thing is you gotta let one of them go. And so whichever one you let go, the floor's gonna drop out underneath them, and they're gonna die. And so it seems less of a choice, honestly, than more than just like. There seems to be no internal decision making here. I'm sure they're supposed to be. Like, it's supposed to feel like that, but it fails communicating as much. It truly just feels more like one slipped out of his hand and the other one didn't.
I think he makes a choice there. Like, he definitely consciously makes a choice to let the dude drop.
Sure, yeah, but he does, yeah, and the cuffs behind for to his secretary get loose, and she's like Ethel, go get somewhere safe or whatever.
Okay. Two things here that I really want to talk about with this trap.
Yes.
Again, I do think Jigsaw's PowerPoint presentation is very funny, but the other two things that kill me about this is when William walks up to the trap, it says take them, and he goes, oh fuck that, and just tries to walk away from it. And then when he comes back, fucking Billy the puppet drops from the ceiling and smacks into the glass. And when the trap ends and the dude gets hung, the exact same thing happens. He rockets forward on this noose and hits the glass so hard, blood just splatters out of him like it's fucking Deep Red or Don't Look Now. Just all this blood just comes out of his body. It is so absurd. It is the level every Saw trap should be at minimum in this franchise to me.
The part where both Billy the puppet and the body get pulled pulled up they're fucking they just died in a stage play, and they're being carried off to heaven by the wires.
It's so good. Every trap in this movie is a fucking stone cold banger. I love it.
Genuinely.
The thing is, I do not think this movie. I do not think this movie's parts are markedly better than the parts of other Saw movies. But the thing is that this Saw movie has no filler in it. It is all killer.
Absolutely.
And also, it feels so much more cohesive. You know.
Yes, it feels even with this one being this is probably not the most flashbacky. I think Saw 4 might be the most flashbacky one of the franchise.
Yeah, Saw 4 and Saw 5 are the worst offenders on that one.
Even with all the flashbacks that we do get here, there feels like an actual especially coming off the back of Saw 5, where the five people who were in the trap did not have any did not have any relation to the story writ large.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the cohesion of the story in this one is very much appreciated.
Yeah. So he grabs another key after making that hard decision, unlocks it, unlocks one of his other cuffs, and then wiggles his way over. I love talking about these people wiggling. Over to the next trap. Though I'm gonna just assume, yes, there's like interstitial cuts here and there from.
Yeah, because what happens next is like we see the journal, we see Pamela getting dropped into the cage, and she can she's got so then there's nesting CCTVs happening here because the woman and her son can see William on the CCTV, and then Pamela in her cage can see the woman and her son on her CCTV, and she can see them with the live die breaker switch that will supposedly trigger the acid bath.
Yeah. So I don't 100% get why she's here beyond the fact that she's related to this guy, because it seems like nothing happens to her.
Yeah, she's kind of just here as fodder, I guess. Just to make the trap seem more morally complex, I suppose, because I really do think the purpose of her being here, a lot of stuff in this franchise is only for the benefit of the audience, right? Where you,
yeah, sure, for sure.
You are meant to think that if they pull the live-die switch, it may actually kill her, right?
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
Totally.
Or them. Or we're not really sure what...
Yeah,
It's left up in the air. Oh yeah, this is when we get a flashback to Timothy getting put in the rack.
I fucking love this scene. All-time greatest Saw franchise scene here.
Amanda and John are just chilling, and John's in his wheelchair. He's he's in his pre-Saw 3 state where he's definitely flagging. And Hoffman just waddles in with this unconscious body of Timothy in a wheelbarrow, and just upturns it and dumps the body onto the floor. And Jigsaw is like, "That's a human.
That's a human being." Yeah. That part is great. I love this scene conceptually because literally all it is Hoffman working on the rack, and Amanda wheels John in, and they just start fucking roasting Hoffman on this trap. John comes in, he's like, "Oh, you should use better gear ratios next time," and Amanda's like, "Yeah, and you fucking used the wrong oil too, you dumbass." It really. It's such a small scene, but it establishes this really compelling dynamic between the three of them, where Hoffman is here working at Jigsaw Enterprises, but Amanda fucking hates his guts. John can barely tolerate him. There's so much of this interpersonal drama that these movies hint at between the three of them that is so funny and so juicy that I just wish we could see more of, because it's all I want from these movies. It really is. It's it's like Team Rocket, It's that same vibe to me.
How in the Star Wars franchise there's a million paperback books?
Yeah, totally.
I want that for this.
But for Saw.
Yeah, but only for this dynamic specifically.
Yeah, exactly. You only want Hoffman, Amanda, Jigsaw backstory books.
But it wouldn't be... It's not what I want. I want to read... It's not... Because all I want is them to... I just want them to bicker. I just want hours and hours of them bickering.
No plot or anything. Just fucking coffee shop AU. But instead it's just all of them being shithead employees to each other working at a coffee shop.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be an AU. It'd be very canonical.
I just think what I want is Saw fan fiction, and I just think I have to come to terms with that about myself.
Yeah,
the thing is, though, I feel like you want Saw fan fiction that people are probably not writing. I feel I have not. Okay, I will say I have not interacted with a ton of the Saw fandom, but I feel like a lot of the Saw fandom is interested in A, the way these dudes' heads explode, or B, Strom and Hoffman fucking. I feel like those are the primary interests of the Saw.
The guy from the first movie, right? The 22's in the trap with the carry-alls.
And this, to be clear, this is not me saying this to the denigration of the Saw fandom. I really respect the amount to which you people are saying. I really appreciate the fact that to which you are slamming the two men in Saw 5 together and saying they are kissing, and I really do respect that. But I just don't think they have what you're looking for.
Fucking banger Saw shipping fan art on my timeline the other day. I didn't retweet it, but I think I actually will if I can find it. But this person, this Twitter artist, had made this really cute 2-image set, one of which was Hoffman and Strom, the other one was Lynn Dinlin and Amanda. Here it is. God, okay, I'm retweeting this because it's so fucking good. I don't care. I am beyond the point of caring what people think about me on social media, but
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
My eyes are pinned to. Oh yes,
It's so
yes.
good.
This is
Shout
cute
out,
as hell.
shout out to fucking Twitter user @SolidSnakeLover, who is just making.
Oh, I literally when we were recording, I retweeted some art by Solid Snake Lover onto my own timeline like an hour ago.
Hell yeah. Fucking God bless. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, where are we in this movie? They're roasting Hoffman for the trap. He has Timothy, or whatever that guy's name is, in the wheelbarrow. He tips him over, and it looks like that image of, like, Peter or Brian from Family Guy or whatever, where they're just, like, spilled over themselves.
Yes.
It's so fucking funny.
So good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love this scene.
What happens next? Is this another? We get another John William flashback, I believe.
We might, because the next thing in my notes.
Yes. Because the next thing. Well, that scene ends with Amanda saying, "I'm not going anywhere," and Hoffman says, "Yes, you are. Saw 3 already happened. You are definitely going away."
Yeah.
Yes.
Just.
But so we go back to William in the trap, and he looks on his arm, and there's "final decision" written on his arm, and then we get a flashback to Jigsaw's insurance claim being denied.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that's whatever. Like, the thing is, it's just supposed to, like, set up more bad, like, just justify it more, I think. It's like, we don't actually get anything super meaningful or robust there. Because, and it's such a long flashback. Like, I literally, like, left to grab a beer, and then forgot that we were about to start another trap when I came back.
Yeah.
Because the flashback just kept going.
The flashback goes on for so long. Is this the piranha scene? That's another classic of John Kramer moment. Where he's
I think this is the piranha.
Man, he does say something insane in this scene, but I don't remember what it is. I think he says something. He just starts waxing poetic or philosophical rather about nonsense. Like, he just kept saying words. I don't remember what point he makes that, if you really think about the logic of the sentence he was constructing, means he was saying basically nothing. Like, I don't remember exactly what that is, but he does a lot of that, and it's, I mean, I could listen to it forever. I truly could. I'm so happy it's there.
Yeah, absolutely. I have heard, and I don't know how true this is, but I think it's true, is that at some point in this franchise, they basically, whenever Jigsaw had a monologue, just let Tobin Bell write his own dialogue, and I feel like this has that vibe to it, right? Like,
1,000%.
Tobin Bell just sat down and said, okay, who is Jigsaw? What kind of Joker-fied bullshit would he say in this moment? And he just fucking goes for it. It's really good.
Jigsaw really is the real Joker. Like, Joker is bullshit.
Joker is washed. Jigsaw could take him in a fight any fucking day of the week. I do not care which Joker you are throwing into that situation. Jigsaw comes out on top every time.
Well, the thing is, Joker is just a completely different character. What people mean when they say Joker-fied is they mean Jigsaw-fied.
Yeah.
Yes! I'm going to become the Jigsaw!
Yes!
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I think we need to bring that back into the common vernacular, where it's like, you know how people say, oh, when you say literally, it actually means you're saying this. We're going to say, oh, when you're saying Joker-fied, it actually means you're being Jigsaw-fied, and just be really pedantic about it from now on.
Yeah. It's the correct amount of pedantry, you know? Like, pedantry to serve a purpose, which is to promote the Saw franchise.
100%, yeah.
But the next trap we have is so fucking funny.
The shotgun carousel.
No, the one before that.
The Freddy
the one with the lawyer.
Freddy Krueger Dead by Daylight boiler room
Oh,
trap.
I forgot about the I forgot about the boiler room. That one's nothing.
Well, the thing is, the trap itself is
it.
whatever. It's their dynamic that makes it rule for myself.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I said that was nothing on instinct because I was really excited to talk about the shotgun carousel, but now that I think about it, it just kind of pales in comparison to the shotgun carousel because what doesn't?
Right.
The trap is deep. The trap is good.
Yeah, so we've got the lawyer, and she's got, like, sort of, I don't know, some sort of spike that's going to go through her brain after an amount of time. She has to get through this obstacle course, and William can, like, make it easier. There's, like, hot steam that's burning them, and if he burns himself, he can stop her from being burned, and he, like, kind of, they go halvesies on it, basically, but neither of them are rather happy about it, because they're both racing against the clock, and then she gets across, while they're just screaming at each other the entire time. And I love how fast-paced this scene is, because she immediately figures out, oh, the key's inside of you. and he lifts up his shirt, and, like, we've had that blood stain. We've, like, known that there's been a sort of, like, incision on his side. Like, so, and he lifts it up, and he's like, oh, shit, there's a key inside of me, to get her out of her trap. And so she picks up this little, like, handsaw, this, like, electronic, like, battery-powered, I have to assume, handsaw, and starts just fucking swinging it at him.
It's so good. Like, oh, I'm so glad they found a way to put a fucking, like, buzzsaw fight scene in this franchise.
Oh, yeah, buzzsaw,
yeah. Rules. Yeah, it's like a circular buzzsaw, you know,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. I just love it, because she's, like, she's going crazy. I love it. I just, hysterical women vibes, you know?
Totally.
But short-lived, of course, because, like, he has more time on his clock than she does, certainly. And she gets staked through the brain by her little, like, I don't know, back brace sort of contraption she's got going on. I don't know. She just goes crazy. She, like, attacks the wall as well. It's awesome. And he's like, well, I guess I got through that. Neither of us. She falls. Oh my god. So
she falls and she hits, like, 5 discrete impacts on the way down. Yeah.
It's cartoonish.
It's fucking ragdolls.
She gets exploded, like the harpoon gun goes off in her face. She, like, stumbles backward and, like, hits like a railing. The railing just happens to be, like, not only she does not tumble over the railing is like a door that opens, which she falls down and then splats on the floor again, like Family Guy.
Just a heap of women.
Just a heap of women.
Yes.
Body is just heap.
Mm-hmm. My next note is the merry-go-round trap. So.
Yeah, my next note is the shotgun carousel as well.
I think there's something in between that, right? Like, there's some kind of Hoffman procedural stuff, right? Maybe.
So the thing that happens after the
yes. This is just like a prelude to the you're feeling helpless right now. Right now you're feeling helpless.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's just like him meeting with the cops and them just being very suspicious of Hoffman and him being like, oh, well, what did you find on the tape? And he's like, well, we didn't, there wasn't a tape for the pound of flesh challenge. God. Sorry, just calling it the pound of flesh challenge made me envision
like TikTok. Yeah.
Hey, where Jigsaw's a YouTuber, yeah.
Hello, TikTok. I want to play a game. Today I present you the pound of flesh challenge. #Jigsaw. John Kramer would have loved TikTok. He is so. This man is so hungry for attention. He would have been posting on TikTok like every day of his life.
Oh yeah. And he'd be wildly popular.
Yeah.
He's Jigsaw's Chugi. Too late on that one, probably. About too late on that one.
But Hoffman just again being the most suspicious man that's ever lived. And then we get the shotgun carousel.
I love this because I especially love my notes because it's like you may be feeling helpless, which is the thing that Morgan alluded to earlier. Hoffman is sweating with a bunch of exclamation parts. Descrambling that audio, we start to get closer and closer.
Wait, hold on. Is this when right now you're feeling helpless happens? Because
I believe so.
No. We have to do the shotgun
carousels first.
What happens in the scene? What happens in the scene I was talking about was just that
they tell him they have an audio file, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we got audio from the guy who killed your sister.
Yeah, so then we get
that saw trap.
Then we get the shotgun carousel feminism trap.
This trap whips ass. It's so good.
It's so good.
So it's the dog pit. They're all going around. The thing is, there's like a shotgun, and if William puts his hand in, and it gets like basically like hole punched essentially, then the person is saved. Mm-hmm. But there's a limited amount of time you can do that or something like that.
So they set this one up, and this is one of my favorite traps because it's the closest the Saw franchise ever gets to a Danganronpa execution. Like it.
Yes. Even with the little fucking lights going off.
Yeah. He opens the door. He hears everyone screaming, and I'm like clapping like a seal, getting to talk about this. But he opens the door, and you see the like red flashing lights, and you see like the big spiral on the carousel like starting to spin up, and What it is that John
Yes.
Kramer has, or Hoffman or whoever, has put this like playground carousel, painted it with a big red spiral, and on all 6 ends is the people of the dog pit, right? And how this works is the carousel spins, and it will randomly stop on a person like a roulette wheel, and once it stops, a shotgun will go off and kill the person. And what William Easton has to do is choose who lives and who dies, because there are 6 shots in the shotgun and it goes off 6 times, right? But he has the opportunity to stop it twice. And how that happens is he has to put his hand inside of this cage and press 2 buttons, and the shotgun will recede, but it will also, as you said, stab through his hand with like a little hole puncher, right? And so the entirety of this scene, which is so good, is predicated on all 6 members of the dog pit, like, yelling at him, begging for their lives, turning against each other, like, you know, and Easton is, like, sweating, he's all fucked up over it, and the literal only way this scene could have been any better is if it just had, like, straight-up execution music in it, right? Because it is...
Yeah.
I love this. I love this trap. It is, it's finally recognizing the potential of this franchise to just be, like, super over the top, like, really intense and kind of goofy, but also really emotional in, like, a really bizarre way. It just it just all clicks together for me with this one. It really does.
Because the setup is so absurd, but everyone is acting their ass off. You know,
absolutely, absolutely.
They are turning the acting dial up to a fucking 11. You know, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
Like I kind of laughed at this when we watch it because it's super absurd, right? It's like what you said, Blair, when we were watching it about them showing the footage of the miscarriage again, like saying it's misfortune to the point of farce, right?
Right.
And I think there is some of that in here, but I love the bit at the end of this where Easton makes the decision to save the second girl, and the last guy is alive, and he's being rotated on the carousel to face the shotgun, and he's like, "Oh well, great, that's fucking it, isn't it?" And Easton's like walking away, and the guy's like, "Look at me! I want you to look at me while you're killing me." And it is, it's so fucking good. Like, this movie is where the Saw franchise finally gets a script where it's like, okay, what would be the rawest, most kick-ass thing anybody could do in this situation? And it banger, back to front, all killer, no filler in this movie.
This is a fully realized, the sort of, the thesis, the broad thesis of Saw is fully realized within this film.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's like, finally, we've perfected the formula. We know exactly how to do exactly what we're doing.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Delectable, frankly.
Wonderful. So now we're in this moment. I love this moment. In this room, Hoffman's sweating like a pig.
Yes. Yes.
He's cornered.
Yes.
The walls are closing in on him. As he's sweating so profusely and casually pouring himself a cup of coffee, we hear the thing getting descrambled. People are sort of like talking at him.
Oh.
There's detective gobbledygook about how, you know, some sort of chemical shit, blah blah blah, can't be strong, blah 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 blah. And my notes just like, I interrupt myself as soon as fucking Hoffman goes fucking nuts. It's like the audio descrambles enough that it's clearly him. He gets
and it says right now you're
it's
feeling
so
hopeless.
good.
Yes.
I fucking love this scene. Like, again, this is like filmmaking 101, but just banger, like shotgun carousel right into this, where we get Hoffman in this room and they're like descrambling the fucked up voice, and for this entire scene, as Agent Perez is like puzzling out Columbo style to Hoffman why she knows he's the killer, you just get this fucked up voice like oscillating up and down for the whole scene, where it's like, right now you're feeling helpless. Right now you're feeling helpless. Like, just over and over and over again in the background. And it's so good. Like, I got fucking goosebumps watching this last night. Like, I am not afraid to admit on this podcast how fucking hyped up I was to be watching this film yesterday. So
it's so good.
I love this scene.
And then Hoffman snaps, and then he takes a knife to one of the detectives' throat and just starts, like, throws a pot of boiling hot coffee on Perez's face.
Yes.
And just starts murdering everyone. And I'm like, this is perhaps the most conspicuous thing you've ever done. But full credit to Hoffman. He stumbles out to his car. He pulls the fucking frozen ass hand out of the cooler that he keeps on him at all times if he ever needs to frame.
Okay, I've said this on Twitter. Mark Hoffman is Kira Yoshikage from JoJo Part 4. Like, he is literally just trying to have a quiet life, and then he comes out here with this fucking severed hand to blow everybody up. Listen, I'm not saying that people who wrote Saw 6 have read JoJo Diamond is Unbreakable, but I just gotta say, if you're drawing a character comparison between Hoffman, Kira Yoshikage is not outside the realm of comparison.
Oh yeah, totally. Yes. I mentioned this while we were watching it, but it just endlessly amuses me. And then he like puts fingerprints everywhere with his little gloves on. And then has this like can of gasoline and just dumps it on everyone. And I'm just thinking about being an actor on that set today. Well, what's the actor's name?
Costas Mandela.
Cassius Mandela just like glugs water on top of you, and you're supposed to like lay perfectly still and be a dead body. And there's some people in positions where it'd be very difficult not to like show physically on your face that you're wincing because water is being dumped on your face.
Mm-hmm. I think Erickson is still alive here, and he does like the vine where the girl gets water splashed on her, and she's like, "Hello," like he just like kind of like sits up and starts sputtering for a second. It's pretty good.
Yeah. But then everything goes up in flames. It's pretty good. And then Jill, so then, like, Hoffman goes back to the Jigsaw hub building, whatever, and then so, as does Jill, like, she's got, like, envelopes and shit, she's gone through the box, she's got letters and envelopes and whatever, she's got an envelope with the number 6, which is the number this movie is, on it, driving all around, she knows stuff, you know, she's got intel, and while there's, like, I believe concurrently to while like the final trap thing is happening, she's like trying to set Hoffman in a reverse bear trap himself again. Correct?
Yeah, we get to that point eventually. I'm not sure of the exact timeline, but that is how this storyline kind of resolves itself.
Essentially what happens.
Yeah, my notes here just say literally Kira Yoshikage. Side shot with 2 exclamation points. Oh, I remember that. That's when the flashbacks to Saw 3. And then just Hoffman electrocuted. And that's kind of the extent of my notes for the rest of this film.
Right, because the note that's been referenced has to do with just sort of like the large a Sawniverse plot. Which is to say... we learned that Amanda drove Cecil to the hospital that caused Jill's miscarriage, essentially, and that is why Jill had to kill another brunette woman from, I believe, Saw 3? The doctor, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And basically it's like this sort of, this grand conspiracy is all culminating or whatever. That's what's happening there. Concurrently to that, we have the William in this like final room. He's like sees the husband, not the husband, the wife and child of and it's like real. It's like, oh, they're not his wife and child. It's the wife and child of the guy whose insurance claim he got denied. And then there's this sort of like moralizing over like, you deserve to die, but I don't have it in him. The wife is doing that, and then the son is like, "Fuck this," and pulls it.
So good, yeah.
And I love this. Like, there's something about this trap that like it's just like works so. Like, we also learned that they're William and Pamela are brother and sister at this point.
Yes.
Just to complicate morality further, or whatever. And so this he pulls the switch. I think like everyone expects, you know, like the sprinkler system to go off and him to be like melted, Wicked Witch of the West style, into a little insurance broker puddle. but instead this rack of needles comes slamming into the wall. I love this. And like pins him to the cage wall that the wife and son are in, and just inject him with fucking hydrochloric acid. So he's like just fucking eroding from the inside out. There's something so like most Saw sort of deaths are like very external, which is to say like something external comes and like squeezes you to death, or like chops limbs off, or explodes limbs off, or whatever.
Right.
But this is like, no, we're just gonna ruin you we're just gonna like fuck you up from the inside out, and that I don't know.
Right.
There's just it's so gross and
delectable.
horrifying. I love it.
It's really good. Yeah.
It's quite unsettling.
There's the great shot after he's been dissolved where it's like his legs, just with all of his viscera spilling out, that just kind of plop over on the ground.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's really it's good.
He says something to the fact like, "Oh, it was never my game," and it's like, yeah, I guess. No, it wasn't. I mean, it was though. Is the thing like it was? It just also wasn't.
Yeah. It's also Hoffman's game? Question mark? Maybe.
I guess.
Yeah, it's her game because she has to choose whether he lives or dies. Like the wife's game, the son's game.
Yeah.
It's a game, you know.
Sure. There's many players.
Yeah.
It's Jigsaw's game. Come on, you guys. So then Jill puts Hoffman in the reverse bear trap.
She walks in as he's reading this letter and tases him, and Hoffman gives the fucking best facial expression in the whole franchise where he's being electrocuted.
Yes. He gets tased and like passes out, and she plops this thing on his head, and when he comes to, he like realizes what's happening, and like forces the sort of thing into like two metal bars. Yeah, convenient. So his jaw doesn't he doesn't die. Mm-hmm. His face is like super fucked up.
I gotta say, the reverse bear trap 2.0 looks sick as shit. Like the one in the first one is also really good, but this one looks like an H.R. Giger like just fucked up metal mask. It's super, super good. I love all the machinery in these movies, like just the design of it. It is so like early 9 Inch Nails, like industrial fucked up kind of shit. It's just tremendous design on this mask.
Oh, yes, absolutely. This movie ends so fast that I feel like in describing it, I'm going to miss something. Like, I don't remember what beat it ends on exactly.
It ends. It ends with Hoffman sticking his face in the there's a door. He sticks his face in and it shatters the glass. The trap goes off, and like you said, it doesn't really rip his face open. But we also learn that fucking the note that Amanda got in Saw 3 was written by Hoffman blackmailing her because he knew that she and Cecil were the ones that killed Jigsaw's child. But the final shot of this movie is Hoffman pulling the bear trap off of his face and like shredding his right cheek like all the way open, like screaming, his face just ripped open. And, just all kind of fucked up. And there's also a post-credits scene in this film, which I had forgotten about. I missed that. We go back to the cell where Jeff's daughter was being kept during the events of Saw 3 and Saw 4. And Amanda is there, and she says to her, "Don't trust the one who saves you," which is her knowing that Hoffman was going to save this girl, and so maybe this girl would tell the police not to trust Hoffman? I don't know, but it's there. It's a scene at the end of this movie that bears mentioning.
Fucking sure.
It's like, I feel like every movie is just like, okay, we're just gonna give the writers who write the next movie just something to work with.
Totally, yeah.
We don't have any plan for this, but you're welcome to do something with this. You know what I mean?
And I mean, aside from the Jill Tuck-Hoffman rivalry, this movie wraps up pretty much all of the ongoing Saw plot lines, and so
oh yeah,
you can kind of see why Saw 3D isn't really as convoluted as this one, just because they didn't have as much left to work with all that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that's pretty much the end of this movie, right?
It's basically smash cuts to credits, yeah.
Yeah, and that brings us to the end of Sawptember.
Mm-hmm.
So on a scale of 0 to 6 corpses in the shotgun carousel, how many corpses in the shotgun carousel are you going to give this one?
6.
By 0 to 6,
Well,
by 0 to 6, I do mean 0 to 5 because I don't want to break the rankings for Sawptember.
Yeah.
The very objective rankings that we have curated, the very accurate rankings we have curated over the years. I think this one tops out at like a 3. This one's honestly up at a 3.5 for me. Like, I had such a good time. Like, it, as like a severe bad at watching things person, like to watch something back to back, like 2 days in a row, takes a very. So I have to enjoy it a lot. Like, the only times I can think of like having actually watched something back to back like that is like I did it with Scream. I've done it with Hot Fuzz. I may have done it with Summer Wars at some point. Sure. Like, those are the only ones that I can really point to. And so the fact that I was just able to enjoy my second run through of this just as much as my first one, like within almost like 12 hours of each other, was just such a delight.
Oh, for sure.
I love this.
I think on the graded scale that occurs within the Saw universe, as if we took the Saw movies and only compared them against each other, this is a 5 out of 5. This is the best.
Absolutely.
This is the best Saw movie.
I was.
On a normal person ranking scale, I would probably also give this a 3.5. I think I enjoyed enough almost to give it a 4, but my internal clock says 3.5 is about right for this one.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. This movie just clips on by. Like, it doesn't take a break to, inhale at all. And it doesn't sort of wander away at any point. It has a very strong vision and a very clear idea of what it wants to communicate, and it does so quite efficiently, and it's a fucking blast. Yeah. So, like,
this is, I would say if you don't watch any other Saw movies, watch this one, but you really kind of have to have at least some context for like the story stuff, right?
If you give a shit about that, like, the thing is, you don't need to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Listen. We are imploring you, listen to our episodes of Saw 1 to Saw 5, and then sit down and watch Saw 6.
I would say watch Saw 1, maybe. Like, watch Saw 1 and Saw 3, and just listen to the episodes for the rest, and then watch this.
Yeah.
But at the very least, listen to the episodes, and then watch this movie, because you will have just a gangbusters time with it, I promise. Like, it's so much fun.
Like, the broad-reaching Saw plot is insane and exciting and, like, adds so much to this. But I also feel like this movie specifically, just the trap sections of it, like, stand on its own and carry everything else. Like, you don't really need to give a shit about everything else, because the momentum of the traps, like, really does carry you through all those other scenes. And they make enough sense where you're like, I get it, conspiracy. I think it, like, it does what it's trying to do extremely successfully.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so meeting art on its own terms, this is, 5 out of 5. Not meeting art on its own terms, comparing it, just as a piece of cinema, yeah, absolutely, like a 3. But hey, that's a that's a 3 I'm very happy about.
Totally.
Yeah, I'll also echo the sentiments that it look like, if I'm meeting this movie on the terms that this is a Saw film, it's a 5, but like this is going into letterboxes as 3.5.
That's how I put it in. I put it in as a 3 the first time I saw it, but I had so much fun watching it yesterday. I was like, okay, this one gets the bump to 3.5.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We got some questions.
Oh yeah, let's.
Yes, we do. Let's go.
Crass at Crass Pants. Do you think William Easton was successfully empowering women with his choices in these games? Because he did, now that I'm thinking about it, choose to save
Yeah.
Jigsaw asked, "Who are you going to save?" And William responded, "The girl."
Yeah,
leading
because
them.
he saved the secretary, and then he saved the 2 girls from the dog pit and the trap. And
I believe if the key was not physically inside of him, and that lawyer was not like, "I'm going to literally murder you so I can live," I mean, he was trying.
Yeah.
He put his arm through the fucking ringer.
He put his whole pussy into that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Easily. CU Space Indian at FlourishCaster _ asks, this movie opened alongside Paranormal Activity. Which film has aged better?
Paranormal Activity.
loved-
Like, if we're talking the first one.
First one, yeah. I came to Paranormal Activity way late. Like, I only listened to it when I did an episode with Blue last year, the year before. I fucking loved that movie, but I also think that, like, this one just, like... I think you said it right. I think you said it really well at the top, Morgan, where it's just like, we are in a place societally currently to meet this movie on its own terms better than we were back in, 2008, 2009 when this one came out?
Well, what I will say is that I think this one does not age well because it is very much of the time it came out in. Like, this is not a timeless piece of media. We just are...
Yeah, no.
We just appreciate the time that it came from now.
Yes, we do.
No, I think if we're gonna just say timelessness or withholds the test of time, so long as anyone who has an understanding of technology probably could get a lot of Paranormal Activity because it's a bit of a I don't know, bottle play or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
Paranormal
it's
Activity
very
is just,
simple.
like, it's good.
It's very simple. It's about a shitty boyfriend and demons, basically.
Y'all
Yeah,
are going
yeah.
to put me in a fucking jigsaw trap for this, but I think this is a way better movie than Paranormal Activity.
That's fine. You're allowed.
If somebody presented me with
yeah.
the option of watching this or Paranormal Activity, I would say Saw 6 10 out of 10
no
times.
question.
I watched Paranormal Activity for the first time a couple months ago. I did not like that movie. I am sorry, but
No, that's totally allowed.
the overbearingness of the shitty boyfriend in that movie drove me fucking up the wall. Like, it was so distracting. Distracting I could not be scared by the rest of the movie.
Totally. Yeah, very sympathetic to that. It's absolutely not even my favorite Paranormal Activity movie.
Should I watch the rest of those? How goofy do they get in the latter half?
They're mostly boring.
That one. I've only seen that one and the marked ones, which we watched for a fear baiting episode that got lost because Blair's computer exploded in the middle of recording or something.
Yeah, the marked ones is an amazing movie, though.
The marked ones.
Okay,
yeah,
like that. It stands. It truly does. It's like it's only a Paranormal Activity movie insofar as it has some character tissue connecting to it, like from other ones, but like literally, like it's
a standalone story. I watched that, like, compared to like how I felt when I watched Saw 3D for the first time, having seen none of the other Saw movies. This was like going into the marked ones, having seen none of the other Paranormal Activities was a complete non-issue for me. That movie
Okay,
ruled.
and to the comparison with the first. Yeah, to look at the comparison to the first one, the characters are actually charismatic in this one.
Hell yeah. Well, I will
yes.
put that on my docket then to sit down with that.
Right on.
I'm thinking about the part where the one kid does the Michael Jackson lean and the other kid tries to do it and just falls flat on his face. It's a good fucking movie.
Yeah, it's great. Next, do we have any more questions?
Yes, John had another one, which Frank Scheck, Hollywood Reporter, said, if this is torture porn, it's as if it was designed to be liked by Michael Moore. Having seen the movie, what does that quote mean?
Anti-establishment health insurance. This is an Obamacare movie, right?
Oh,
yeah.
yes, this is Obamacare. Yep, okay, yep.
Fuck,
No, I
when
get
is
it now.
Jigsaw
I get
going to
it.
solve climate change? We need to get him on that.
Dude,
That's gonna... Saw 10.
God.
he needs to get a Koch brother in one of these traps. Like, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Please... Kristen Cinema, please.
Or Rex-
cameo in the next Jigsaw movie. And by cameo in the next Jigsaw movie, I mean other things.
Rex Tillerson, get some of these fucking oil barons in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
Recommendations?
Recommendations?
Oh, yes!
I
You did remember this time. Hell yeah.
Go me.
May I open the floor?
Totally, yeah.
I've got to think for a moment. Yeah, go for it.
So I feel like every time I'm on, if there's been a long stretch of time, this is what I recommend, but it just keeps being good, so I'm just going to keep recommending it. The Story Must Be Told is a, like, anthology short story horror podcast with a sort of, like, overarching context of, like, it's like a cheeky sort of, like, Scientology-esque cult, but, like, vaguely Catholic as well. It's like cathedral Scientology, charismatic preacher sort of thing, as the sort of, like, context in which the stories situate themselves in. But it's, like, some of the best short story writing and like audio fiction I've ever heard. Like literally nothing else compares to this, in my opinion. Like, yeah, everything else just feels like fucking campfire ghost stories compared to the I don't know. It's the writing, the acting, the sense of humor. I will say though, as a caveat, if you're gonna get into it, pick an episode that came out within the last year and a half,
Oh yeah.
or even the last 2 years. Just only because the first like 20 have an entirely different vibe than anything else. They're good, but they're just so different. The ones I will recommend are let's see, the first photo of God. They made a strange love. Let's see. There's a third one that I'm thinking of, but I can't remember it. But those two are just fabulous. The one that just came out, which is like Parts of Doogie, is this sort of like, I don't know. It's like horrifying and funny and just like chaotic and like disgusting and
Hell yeah.
just like it. I don't know. It gets into like. I don't know. It just sort of really loves these sort of like characterizations. It almost feels like their characterizations of humanity feels very Tim and Eric in a way.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but not unilaterally, because it also has these very like deeply sympathetic moments.
Yeah.
In
Totally.
in the stories they want to tell. It's I don't know. It's like it's so clearly like a passion project, and like it's nobody talks about it ever. I feel like I'm like the only person who is obsessed with this show.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to get popular, but I want the people I know to listen to it, so you all should listen to it.
Yeah, totally. I will. I love horror stuff that has. I mean, obviously, because we've just talked about fucking Saw for a month, but like horror stuff that is both like scary and also gross and very funny. You know, in certain ways.
Yeah,
I've
absolutely.
been. This isn't my recommendation. I just want to bring it up, but I've been reading all the Clive Barker Books of Blood short stories, and like,
Oh, sure.
those conceptually have that. Like, I mean, I obviously haven't listened to this podcast, so I don't know, but those stories also have that really interesting intersection of, you know, the different tones of humanity and like horror, but also comedy, and like being gross and disgusting, but also being really reserved when they need to be. So
Yeah.
I am definitely down to give this a try. You've sold me on it.
I love it. I love it. And it's such a little small production. Yeah, no, I mean, I could talk for hours about it, but we've already been talking for hours, so I will let y'all recommend whatever y'all want to recommend.
Sure, totally.
I gotta fuck. I haven't done shit this week that I haven't already recommended. What did I do this week? So I finished like I mentioned before a couple of weeks. Like I mentioned last episode, I finished the first half of Higurashi, which has caused me to go back and reread parts of it. Like I finished chapter 4 and I went back and read parts of chapter 1 to get a look at foreshadowing, and like my brain is like ascending to the 12th dimension because there's so much shit that is both laid completely bare and also stuff that is completely feeding my theories about Higurashi.
Sure.
So you know what? My recommendation, this is not Higurashi specifically, but my recommendation is going to be go back and like find like a book, like go find a book that has like a very like, find something that has an extremely complex plot and go rewatch it or reread it or replay it and just see what the seeding that happens at the start of the story
Yeah, like
is.
rewatching the Saw franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Like, genuinely, though, no, I second that recommendation. It always feels amazing.
It's yeah, and the thing is that, like, especially with Higurashi, the halfway point is really the best point to be doing it, because you have all of the it is literally the question arcs and the answer arcs, so before you get any of the actual answers, I'm going back and like, oh shit, this thing in chapter 3 is completely seeded in chapter 1, and then like also, oh, okay, this thing completely makes sense with the theory that I have been piecing together, and it just makes my brain feel huge.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Morgan?
Yeah, I'm going to recommend a streaming channel I've been watching lately. I discovered through the film site I write for every now and then a streaming channel called Cathode TV. And again, this is like you and the podcast player. I don't necessarily want this to blow up, but
right.
You can go find them on Instagram. What they do is, I guess they are just based in like Los Angeles or something, and they're just a streaming channel who program these really, really interesting nightly sets of films and such. And so
that's so cool.
Yeah, like every night they just have a streaming schedule they post during the day, and they are always showing stuff that like I have never heard of before, right? Like
that's awesome.
Yeah, last night their programming was like weird superhero films, and they showed like Howard the Duck, and also the lost like Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie, which I love. They're both hilarious. But they also showed all this other shit I had never heard of before. They were doing like strange films this weekend, so I watched Forbidden Zone and this movie Dr. Caligari, which is like an 80s like it's like an 80s like new wave sex remake of the original Dr. Caligari. It's just real weird shit, right? So if you're in the market for a streaming channel that is on basically 24/7 and just almost always showing something that is interesting and worthwhile that you've maybe never heard of before, I would highly recommend looking up Cathode TV on Instagram and finding out their whole deal and looking at their schedules to see if there's stuff you're interested in, because it's been really cool to have on in the background while I'm doing stuff, and like to catch things I may have like never seen otherwise, you know. So the concept of cold brew are my big recommendations for this week.
Shout out
to this fucking pumpkin cold brew I've been nursing for the last 12 hours.
Folks.
Oh yeah,
folks. I've not been keeping track of the clock, but we have absolutely crested.
We are over
2
2
hours.
Oh, I know.
of
I am
podcast.
well aware. I'll do my plugs because they're real short. You can find me at Blair Kitsch on Twitter. I did the special cover art for this month.
It looks so fucking
great.
good. I'm
ass.
so obsessed with it.
If you want me to do a special cover art for your podcast, my DMs are open.
Please, commission Blair. Like an app. The thing is that like I cannot actually come out and say with full confidence that Blair is a delight to work with, because the thing is, every time I have paid Blair to do something, he has just like slammed something on my desk that I have absolutely no changes for, because it just fucking knocks my dick clean off every time. Normally, like I'm sure that you are a treat to work with, Blair. I believe this fully, but I cannot say with firsthand because I've never had an edit to return to you.
Well, I can be very accommodating if needed, but yes, I'm also the most talented person alive, of course.
That's true. That's just true.
But that's it. Yeah, just hit me up on Twitter, bitch. Morgan, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, I'm still on Twitter at CurseGoat. I'm doing tweets. If you want to go see like the 18 Saw franchise fandom tweets I put up during this recording, you can go check that out. You can find me on Letterboxd at Sewer Peak, Peak, if you want to keep up with what I watch on a daily basis, read my reviews, whatever the fuck. I am podcasting in several other places. I am on Emoji-Drome with Sylvie, which should have a new episode out in the next couple days on the squid emoji, so check that out in your podcatchers if that sounds like your kind of thing. I am also on Subsequent Movie Podcast, formerly known as Borat Club, where we are currently watching a selection of Nicolas Cage and John Travolta films, but that podcast is on semi-hiatus at the moment, so go listen to it if you want, but I think I will just be on fear baiting here and there in the future as a sort of parasitic organism which has latched onto the show for exclusively 90-minute plus episodes on random franchise installments. So
honestly, you know what?
God.
That's all we want.
Yeah.
That's all we want.
When we do Hell Rape. No, that's not. No, that's actually actively bad.
Hell Ubrary. Fucking
Feburazer.
That Feburazer is actually
Feburazer.
I can't say it. I wanted to say Febueza. Hello,
February,
Mr.
sir.
Pinhead. I opened the little mint
Hello,
configuration.
Mr. Pinhead.
Yeah, fucking.
You opened the box, so I
February.
came.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
February is already like a
Who gives
awful
a
word.
shit?
You two have created a little a jigsaw chap of yourself trying to fucking portmanteau
Absolutely.
this fucking month.
I don't think we said it on air, but we realized, I think, as we were watching Saw 5, that we should have just done Sawgust instead of Sawptember.
Yeah.
I kind of love
It's much better for my scheduling.
I kind of love the strange double consonant there right next to it. It was very fun, I will say, to put on the thing, just like little P. But in any case, Sarah?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. You can find the podcast on Twitter at Fearbaiting. You can support us patreon.com/fearbaiting. $1 a month to tip jar. Occasionally episodes get up early too, so if you're at the donor, if you give $1 a month, you get those early episodes. $5 a month, name it on the podcast. Also a message read. $10 a month, you get to make us watch a movie. Thank you to Luna Wolf, Paul Moran, and Paul Bechtel. We love you all so much. Mm-hmm. We are part of the Noisepace.xyz podcasting network. Listen to so many other great podcasts on that one. I personally have been mainlining 0 to 0 lately. I know I've recommended that one before, but I don't think I've talked about them since they have started their traverse through the Snyderverse of pictures. Their endurance run of the Snyder cut into Batman v Superman is just genuinely something to be admired, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Very funny podcast. You can also listen to the other shows that I do, which are on there, such as The Wonder Years. It's a show that I do about Animorphs with Blair and our friend Seda. Mm-hmm. You can listen to Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die. It's a leftism podcast it's a leftism podcast. We love politics there. You can listen to Special Grade Snacks, Jujutsu Kaisen movie coming out in under 100 days. Get ready. That feed's gonna update. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that. Thank you to Blair for editing these episodes. Shouts out to him.
It's me.
And thank you to Maxie at
Pastel Hand Grenade.
Yeah, Pastel Hand Grenade on Bandcamp, but I've forgotten Maxie's Twitter again.
Maxie Satan? No.
It's no longer Maxie Satan.
I have Twitter actively open. It is at Max Knightley on Twitter.
Okay.
Max Knightley, thank you. Yes. At Max Knightley for tweets. PastelHandGrenade.bandcamp.com for music. Incredible outro music that we've got this month. I'm really going to be sad to see it go, but we've got Schlocktober coming up around the corner. Mm. So get your fucking asses in gear. When you hear this episode will be coming out on the 27th. So when you hear this coming Friday, October 1st, we will be streaming the first Schlocktober entry. I'm still ironing out schedules, so I don't actually know which one will be. You
might know before we do right now, based on how time works.
That?
The audience may know.
Sorry. When I am speaking on September 18th, when this is being recorded, I have not figured that out. But when this episode goes up, we will have that thing. We will have like our whole schedule ready to go on the website or on our Twitter. So keep an eye on our Twitter for that. This Friday, 9 Eastern, we will be watching whatever movie we'll be watching that I have still yet to decide. We've got a fucking incredible lineup this year. I guess I can let no, I cannot. I still cannot say who is on pod. So I was gonna do a tease and just give you a rundown of names, but I still have not. I still don't have the permission to do that.
Secret.
Mm-hmm. But we'll have a graphic for you.
Yes.
So I think that's everything.
You're Sarah. I'm
Sarah.
I'm Blair.
I'm Morgan.
And remember,
you can put a fucked up gay little puppet in anywhere.
You can do it anywhere, guys.
Anywhere.
It's cheap, it's easy, and it's free.